Hello, dear friends. Let's see. Let's try to study a little bit about dark and light, coloring the avatars. So I know it's been a long time since I've been doing a video, but I'm trying right now. I hope it goes well. Okay, so we got what we call flat colors. Flat colors, it's just the colors you are going to use for the drawing. So you have one color for the pants, one for the t-shirt, etc, etc, for the skin. So once you have done this, it's a lousy part, the easy part. You can see how are they without line. We need to give it some, making more alive, give some deep to it. So we use shadows and also light, and sometimes a bit of gradients to add some good feelings on it. First, before you start doing it, you need to know where the light is going to come from. Okay, so at the side, the light will come from upside here, and will reflect. All the shadows will be on this side, and will go from down. Okay, it's easy to see. If I start working, first we do a new layer. I always call it multiply or multi, and the mode, we add multiply mode to this layer. Depending on the colors, you can the shadows always have a color. Maybe they are warm, or maybe they are cold. You can use a reddish color for warm shadows, or you can use a green color for a cold shadow. I will use a reddish color. I always work with CMYK kind of color because it's easy for me to mix the colors. You know, to make a red color is 100% yellow, 100% magenta, and to make a reddish color you just need to make it some red and a bit of cyan. I don't know the name. That way I think we could make a cool shadow with it. I select all the color I did on this layer, so when I paint I will not go outside the drawing. And with a brush, a square brush, or a big one, don't be afraid. Use a big one first, then you can clean it up with an eraser, and then I start coloring. I see it's a pretty hard shadow. It's very contrast, have a lot of contrast in there. We will try first. If we don't like it, we can change the color or the opacity on the layer, you know. It's important. We are painting, remember the shadows are coming, the light is coming from upside, and we are, here's the neck, you know, the neck will project a shadow, and also we have this side will be all in shadows. You know, it's easy. It's just okay. Once you have decided where is the light, you can paint the shadows. It's not difficult. You can always add some details, but at first try to catch the main feeling of the light. All this side also is darkened. Little by little. Don't worry too much to make it perfect, because after that we will do a cleanup. Like this. Okay. You're seeing that it's very different. The flat colors, just with a little shadow, it comes alive because all the volume is given with light and shadow. Okay. So we have the basic shadowing. So now you can clean it up with an eraser. Just use an eraser any size and clean a bit the mess you did. It's just little patience. Yes. Sometimes because I use the square brush, these ugly lines appear, but you can clean them up just with the eraser. Okay. No, everything I'm doing is with just one color. You can see it here. It's just the shadow is just one color. You can use more than one. You can use another one for darken areas if you would like to add more volume. But I think that's enough for at the moment. It's enough. We can add another trick later to make them a little more edgy, but I think it's okay using just one for that. By mistake I paint this with another color, so Okay, we have the shadowing, and we will going to add some effects. I create a new layer and I call it gradients. I will use the wand tool with a tolerance around 15 or 20, it's okay. And I will sample all layers. Why? Because I will use what I did with the multiply layer like this. I can select the dark color or the white color and start doing some gradients from that place. So I will start adding very soft gradients there. I select the color that it's in the cap. You see here, and I subtract some black color from it, and maybe a little blue, so it will be a lighter color, not too much because it will be ugly, but just a little bit. And I apply the gradient color like this. You can see now it's coming from below. I think it's okay. From upside. No, sorry, but you know, English is not my language, so excuse myself. So when you want a little more, let's try this. Like this. I think it's okay now. And the same thing with the t-shirt. I select the color that I add and I try to make it a lighter one, just with less magenta and a little bit less of cyan. Just make a little shadow from down the t-shirt. It's not like the light is not coming from here, but it's cool. Sometimes you can break the rules, why not? Or you can make this. It's cooler that way. Same here, I'm giving just a little light. As you see, the character is now it's like popping up, more or less, and subtracting colors like this. Oh no, this color. Again, the light comes from upside, so I should be giving light from the same focus. No. Yeah. And not just with light, we can play also with shadow colors. So I select the beard and I added a little bit more of black color to it, so it will be more darkened from down to up. That way it looks like the light is coming from here, so it's the same. It's working the other way around. It's like adding shadows to the other direction. So okay, here we'll add another shadow that way. No, it takes a little time, but it's really giving some distinct style to it. So it takes a lot of love to do it, so and care. So So it's cool. Now what we are doing, it's adding a tone in Overlight mode, all the figure, using all the figure, all the character, the figure. Okay, I add a new layer, I call it Overlay, and add Overlight mode. And what I'm doing here is trying to make all the colors have a same common light or flavor, you know. If I use it as a hot color for shadow, a warm color, I will use also a warm color for the overlay light. So I will give a little reddish color like before, but in a total different way. I will use like this. Let's try it. Something like that. Now the head is popping up. It's cool. Also, if you use a cold color, like a blue, dark blue one, in overlay mode, also sometimes it helps to add more dark, but it's too much dark for my. Let's go for something more reddish, but not so, something softer. Like it's the light hit the ground, and the ground is green, and that reflection goes into the pants and trousers of the guy. So looks like this. And finally, there is always another layer I add. It's called detail. In detail, I will draw up front of all the other layers, and I use a brush, a normal brush like this, and I will try to add little things to make it brighter. For example, you can use gradients also, not just a brush. I can add some light to the eyes. It's important because the character looks more alive with good eye shadowing. And with the brush, with a bright color, I can add. We're trying, so don't be afraid. If you don't look, you always can erase. It's a good part of this. I'm trying to give more and more light to the eyes, little by little, using soft magenta colors. That way, that way. Okay. Just try to, when you see too much dark, let's try to give some light so the shadows will pop up also. It's too dark, or the colors are the same, and there is no volume to it, so try to reach the, basically give more colors to it. It's just like that. Using hard edge colors like no gradient always is better because it gives more character more personality to it. At least in this kind of artwork. No, an image has to be easy to read. It's like when things are too messy, there's too much color on it. It's not graceful for the eyes. It's very. It's not. You have to be gentle. Couldn't be too much extreme with contrast and everything. You need to. Just a little soft lines like this in this gradient, little hard lines, both of them, not just working with hard lines all the time to make the image flow a little. I don't know if I'm explaining myself. I'm sorry. Sometimes you will find little things to retouch. So with the colors around, look here, you have green color, you have yellow, you have darker. So try to use the colors you already have, but maybe adding it a little lighter or brighter or more yellowish, so you can work it out a good highlight color. It's like picking this one and making it lighter and just painting the part the lights goes on. So and you can pick, for example, this shadow color and try to make a softer shape from the shadow, so it's you can clean the mess around. You go and go until you feel satisfied and you think the image is reading clearly and the attention is on the way you want it. And if you don't feel unsure what are you doing, you can create another layer. Let's say if I want to add here another light and I'm not sure, I will select all the character and try giving more light. If I'm satisfied, I will keep it. If not, I will just throw the layer. Don't worry, just don't be afraid to try things, because maybe you will find a color that's perfect for it. What I did. You see, it's too dark. Maybe I too right. Maybe we don't need this, but it's not bad. you can work with a soft opacity in the layer, and let's see. Let's give some I think these little lines, what you do is giving a bit of texture, like in the base, in this thing you need to, it's not so clean. The shadow should be like this, and add some, you know, damage to it. I think we are almost done here. I like this edgy feeling of it because it suits very well the arc of Minecraft. So probably it's not useful in all kind of illustration. So, but in Square people, I think it's cool enough. What do you think? You think we can stop here? Maybe it's done that way. And now I'm trying to add a little texture, like so this is it. I think we are done with it. I hope these little advices could help someone like you, and don't stop drawing and doing some art. Just practice, just require some practice. Is that all you need?